Welcome back, it's a Wicked One. We got some new content today. Pretty awesome. It is March 3rd. We just had an update. One of the new updates, we got this new spell system. To add a 5th spell to your heroes that are 4-star and have 30 extra tokens, you can summon it through here. Right now, we have Blizzard, Firewall, Mithril, Air Elemental, and the Forest Resonance. Not too bad as well, especially these last two I really like, but I did a couple of these pulls, and you do pull a lot of these orange ones and purple ones. Go to Bookshelf, you have all these spells here. So you have Blizzard, Firewall, Mithril, Fire Arrow, Air Arrow, Earth Arrow, Infernal Flame, Frost Ring, Prayer, Storm, Mystic Domain, Death Ripple, Meteor Shower, Animate Dead, Bloodlust, Slayer, Fireball, Ice Bolt, Wind Wall, Lightning Bolt, Curse, Fire Elemental, Water Elemental, Air Elemental, Stone Skin, Sorrow, Force Resonance, and Frozen Arrow. It's Water Elemental. Cool. Kind of cool system. Water, you have a lot of these legendary spells. Blizzard's a pretty good spell. Mithril's good. Prayer's really good. Definitely see some cool new combinations with the heroes. If you go over heroes, I do have Solmir up, but we'll go over to my Yogg. I did equip him with a spell. So how the upgrade system goes. This is, you add it right here. It'll cost 30 of the hero shards to unlock this slot after it's 4-star. You level it up how you do any other spell. And this one here is what level my spell actually is, so I can only cast it once. You can upgrade it by pulling more of the spells. That'll upgrade it. I need 10 more shards to get to level 2. It'll also give you some buffs to your stats. Kind of cool there. There. We'll do a pull. Hopefully get some new units. This is what a pull looks like. Kind of a cool animation there. And I did get one of the units I wanted. And when we're upgrading it, Air Elemental. You see this stat bonus gives +2 hero power, and you can cast once in battle. You upgrade it more times, you can cast it more, and it'll give you more of the stats. The stats do go up by the same amount every time you level it up. It's kind of cool there. I already have 15k power from the hero power, and then I have 30k total in the bookshelf. It's not too much stat bonuses so far, but definitely can start stacking up. And next, we do have Chapter 19, 20, 21, and 22, 23, and 24. With that, you do have Underground up to Chapter 22. It's pretty cool. Underground, you can get Pit Fiend, Griffin, Pikeman, Ice Elemental, Monk, Sprite, Archmage, Cyclops, and Iron Golem. You do have some of the spells here, which is pretty awesome. You kind of farm those every day. It actually helps out quite a bit. Ooh, none of these swapped over. Do these real quick. I don't think there's any more spells here. Yeah. Very interesting. So, with this, that means some of the spells you can start to get up to higher levels. Air or Earth Arrow, Air Elemental, Mithril. What's this? Frozen Arrow. Oh, yeah. Fire Arrow, and this is Curse. Yes. Cool. I do think out of these, Mithril is really good. And Air Arrow. Air Elemental can be good too. Kind of depends on who you're running. Oh, what else did we get? We got a new unit, the Mummy. With the Mummy, he is another Necro unit. He is SR. He's going to be SR plus. He's a 3-star, so he's going to take those orange crystals most likely. Basically, his position, disease carrier, healing of all hostile units. He is a tank. His first ability, Decaying Curse. Within a certain range, Mummy deals 16,550 damage to surrounding hostile units every 20 seconds and make them suffer from disease for 12 seconds. Pretty cool. Another little AoE, like Walking Dead. You have Shroud. When Decaying Curse is cast, restore HP equal to 5% of your max HP. Increase the unit's damage reduction by 10% for 10 seconds. Cool. That makes it a little more tanky. And the next one, Source of Disease. Mummy is immune to disease. Mummy's damage reduction is increased by 6%. When the Mummy is on the battlefield, all healing effects received by the enemy units are reduced by 10%. That's actually really awesome. That means if you go against a Mummy team, if you're running Angel, your heals are going to do less. If you're running Monk, your heals are going to do less. So it's going to counter those healing builds pretty good. Which should add a little new, some spice to the game. I like that a lot. And the last one, God of Plague. Mummy's defense increases by 15% if the enemy is attacking the Mummy is suffered from disease, the effect doubles. So this is going to be a huge buff on the diseased. It's going to increase his defense by a lot. So you have 2 of these increasing his defense, basically. Damage reduction and increase your HP. Restores it, makes him heal. This increases defense, so he should be a pretty tanky tank if his stats hold out. Pretty cool animation or picture for him right there. And speaking of that, we do have a new hero. We have Sandro.
The greater one's desire, the stronger their power.
Sandro's specialties. Low morale can reduce magic resistance by 15%, and unit damage by 10% for enemy units. Attack speed reduction will increase from 33 to 50%. That is a good buff to low morale, makes it even more useful. And you have Implosion. Reduces mana cost by 10. Deals damage to targets equal to 2% of their HP and doubles damage to units in low morale and doubles the chance to stun them. That's awesome. So if they're low morale, they will take more damage and will be stunned twice as much. Well, 2 times higher of chance to stun. And a 3-star. The unit damage reduction of friendly Necropolis units increased by an additional 10% when fighting against enemies in low morale. The damage reduction will be doubled. When friendly Necropolis units go into low morale, the low morale will be dispelled. Their unit damage will increase by 10%, critical hit by 200, and attack speed by 33. Lasts for 10 seconds. I didn't know Necropolis units could go into low morale. That's pretty awesome, actually. And that'll affect when he's not even in the battlefield. So it's basically just, it buffs Necropolis units across the board. Makes it even stronger. And then it has 4-star. For every friendly Necropolis unit on the battlefield, the mana recovery rate is increased by 0.8. When an enemy unit dies, every living friendly Necropolis unit can recover the hero's mana by 7. When Sandro casts Darkest Hour, every Necropolis unit has a 30% chance to reduce the cooldown of Sandro's spells by 1 second. This makes him a spellcaster that is like no other. You'll recover mana extremely fast and will be able to cast a lot. With his first skill, Darkest Hour, deals earth spell damage to all non-Necropolis units equal to 2,759 plus 9,947 damage and 5% of their max HP, inflict no morale on them for 16 seconds. Meanwhile, restores HP of friendly Necropolis units by 2,759 plus 10,361, inflicts low morale on them. It's pretty awesome. So it's gonna... Wow. So this combos with this 3-star. By giving them low morale, you're actually going to be canceling low morale on your own Necropolis units while you're healing them and giving them a buff. That's awesome. Next, second, Earth Arrow, the best of all the arrow spells. Animate Dead, deal 2,556 plus 9,219 Earth spell damage to enemy non-Necropolis faction units within a certain range and restores HP of friendly Necropolis units by 2,556 plus 3,723. Pretty standard spell. Bittermina has it. Pretty cool for the Necropolis faction, but it's not game breaking. It's not game changing. Then you have Implosion. Deal 3,485 plus 12,549 Earth spell damage on enemy units within a certain range and has a 50% chance to stun them for 2 seconds. This will double the chance to stun when they're in low morale, so it's to be a 100% chance to stun, and that's pretty awesome. That makes its ability extremely strong. It does have a pretty high mana cost. All his abilities actually have high mana cost, which I think will start to... You'll see his mana regen, and it'll kind of balance him out a little bit. The higher mana costs on these, but he does have extremely low cooldowns, especially with Implosion. All of these have low cooldowns. Wow. That'll be very interesting to see. He seems like he's going to be able to just keep on casting, especially with his Earth Arrow in here. He'll get some free mana back, and his time will reduce every time you do cast a spell. 30% chance to reduce the cooldown of all his spells. It's pretty sweet. Well, I believe that is it for the update so far. If I did forget anything, please let me... Oh, I did forget something. We have a new artifact. We have the live Hawkeye. Spell damage caused by hostile heroes that exceeds 70% of the unit's max HP is reduced by 30%. Percent damage not affected, additional damage calculated independently. That's pretty sweet. So, as I see this, once you do 70% of the unit's damage, the rest of the damage beyond that point will be reduced by 30%. So this might make it so some units that would initially die from 100% taking damage from spells will survive with a little bit of health left. And percent damage is not affected. So that's kind of cool. So any damage over 70% of your taken is reduced by 30%. Pretty cool. Can't actually obtain these yet. The hotspot is the giant artifact and the dragon artifact. But they should be coming to the store hopefully soon. Sorry about that, I did forget something. I forgot about the 2 new units who've got awakened. So we can go down to, where is it? Pegasus. Pegasus does have some new awakenings. For the first one, it's either spell effect increases to 200% of the previous spell effect at the beginning of battle. The Pegasus unit casts Vitality Protection. If you go over to Vitality Protection, you do see it does create a shield. And it's 13.5% of the health right now for me at level 8. You double that, it's pretty awesome. It's over 25% of the unit's health. But on the other side, oh, never mind. That was the one that's 200%. This one, oh, both 200%. This one works on all allied units. Well, this one is cast at the beginning of the battle. Very interesting. Works on all allied units in the back row. Spell effect increased by 200% of the previous duration. This will depend on who you're facing, basically. I can see the differences. This one, Solmir, 100%. This one, for more of a longer battle. Like maybe against a Rashka. And the second tier of them, you have their skill Razor Sharp. Normal attacks decrease target units damage reduction by 10%. That's a pretty awesome skill. Makes this a debuffer now, which is awesome. But on the other side, we have a skill that may be even cooler. The Razor Sharp Pegasus attack speed increased by 100% for 10 seconds when it has a shield. So you could either use this ability to work with this one, so it starts with a shield, then it will get this buff. That's pretty awesome. And the last tier, Cavalry of Silver Wings. Pegasus units damage will be increased by 5% for every flying unit on the battlefield. Pretty cool. I don't know how many flying units you really want to put on the battlefield though, but it'll increase the unit damage. And then you have Pegasus unit damage will increase by 5% for every Rampart unit on the battlefield. I personally probably use this with it more, just because you do have Phoenix or Rock as very good units, Angel, Bone Dragon, stuff like that. Well, Rampart units, they don't seem the best right now. You have Green Dragon, but it's also a flying unit. What else do we got for Rampart? Oh, Naga is Tower. Golem, Tower, or Gargoyle. Do we not have a Rampart attacker? Castle? Yeah. Very interesting. I don't know that. Tanks. Dwarf. Yes. Android. Yes. So one good tank. Centaur. Yep. Centaur's decent. Charge units. You do have Griffin. And Unicorn. Yeah. Oh no, Griffin's Castle. Yep. So just Unicorn here. Ranged. You do have Wood Elf here. Pretty cool. Pegasus, of course. I guess you can run a good Wood Elf build with Dentroid Guard. Green Dragon. Tower. Yeah, Tower. And then we do have another unit that got awakened. So that means Pegasus, pretty decent. These last tier aren't the best. It could be a little better. But definitely with the shield increasing attack speed or damage reduction will definitely come in handy in Dragon Invasion, Trial of Angels, the Confluxed area. It's pretty awesome. It's definitely starting to get harder. I might start making some videos on it. I have a ton of Pegasus shards. I don't even know where that came from. Alright. Next unit, we have Cavalier. My personal favorite so far. This guy, I think, will actually be able to do a lot in this meta. At the first rank, increases attacks and magic resist by a further 30%. That's for the Knight's abilities. Go to his skill. You have Knight's abilities, HP, and damage reduction. So increases his attack and magic resist by 30%. Awesome. That whole ability will increase basically all stats. Then on the other side, you have increased HP and magic resistance by 30%. Both have 30% magic resistance, but it's either you want HP or attack. And at the second level, you have Fast Breach, which is a skill he uses after he kills another unit. After he kills one unit, he goes on another unit. So after another assault, increased damage to 150% and stuns an enemy for 5 seconds. That's pretty cool. But my personal favorite is the Light Armored Knight Rush. Activates Fast Breach whenever a target unit is killed, excluding summoned monsters. So, when he kills a unit, he can basically just chain on the back line and kill them all in basically one shot. It's awesome. And at the top rank, you have Night Pike, increases units damage reduction by an extra 20%. The effect doubles in high morale. That's pretty cool. So you definitely could, Knight's Pike. What? It's either Glorious Charge or Jousting. I don't know. That's very interesting. And when in combat, high morale state is entered, guaranteed to deal critical hit. The effect lasts for 10 seconds. I believe it's going to be Glorious Charge. That would go more along with this. Maybe, but it might be Jousting. I'll have to find out on that later, but either way, that's pretty good buffs here, especially this one. Guaranteed critical hit. And we have high morale. You can definitely combo that with a monk to buff it. Deals some pretty good damage. critical hit by 240%. That's insane. It doubles in high morale. That's 480%, and it's only level 8. Fast Breach only level 1, 52,000 damage. This goes up a lot. Its abilities. And if you look at Sir Moloch, which is right here,
Knights are the masters of the battle.
charging units are guaranteed to the critical hit when attacking stun targets. This will just combo more with that. If you hit a stun target, guaranteed critical hit. Charging units cannot be slowed or stunned. The movement speed of charging units offers an additional increase to their attack, so the faster they're moving, the more damage. That only buffs the Cavalier even more, which is awesome. And at 4-star, all normal attacks with charging units have 3% chance of causing stun. That's not really relevant to this. If you do try to focus on it, in this one you can increase your attack speed and movement speed again with fast attack. That's awesome. And Mithril will give high morale. So this all kind of goes along with the Cavalier. He's going to get some massive buffs. Could be an amazing unit, and it could make Sir Moloch a very good unit in PvP. We'll have to wait and see if anyone tries it. I don't think I'll be trying it first, but hopefully someone does. And let me know if you guys try it and how it works. See you guys on the video. Bye.